Hi, guys. We're back for our last review of season 11 of Married at First Sight. This was episode 17 called The Grand Finale, which is better known as the reunion special. You sad to see this season be over?
Yeah. Like, it's been a part of our lives for a little while. And I enjoyed the show thoroughly.
For like the last 5 months.
The whole bit. And I enjoy it.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, man, I'm sad to see that. I'm happy about, the ending, but I'm sad to see it go.
Mm-hmm.
And everything. But hey, we knew it was coming to this day one day.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for actually telling us that it was this week and not next week, because our show was like, all right, so next week, man, we get to find out X, Y, and Z. So I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we absolutely did not know that. And neither of us look at the recordings, like what's recording next. So
yeah,
no idea. So thanks.
Yep.
So, just gonna keep running down in the order that they were shown on the episode. So we started out with Amani and Woody. Of course, we knew that they were still going to be together.
Did we?
I did.
Oh, how did you know? I'm kidding. Yeah.
Amani confirmed that she is going to change her name and become Mrs. Randall. And I think that is one of those things that really like solidifies. I don't want to say solidifies you as a family, because you become a family like regardless.
Mm-hmm.
But like being able to say the Randall family has more of a ring to it than like her last name and then his last name. I also understand I didn't have to do this during a pandemic, but it is such a like annoying task to change your name. And I honestly believe that if men had to do it, it wouldn't be a thing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I can't say anything about that.
Because you wouldn't.
Because I didn't have to do it.
Yeah, my name is still like my maiden name on a lot of things. Like legally, I am like Mrs. your last name, but like I'm still my maiden name on a lot of stuff.
Hey man, I think they looked really good, really well together. They looked like veteran married people.
They did. Like they look like a married couple who actually still like likes each other's, enjoying each other's company. And it doesn't feel very honeymoon phase when they talk, especially not Woody. Like Woody he didn't cry the last 2 episodes, man. And
he just like it's in him, man. He's just amazed that this process actually worked for him, and I'm happy for both of them. And
yeah, he did confirm that he got her a ring, and we were both like,
he got a kid.
Tommy said he got a kid. I was like, he got the crazy ex. And we still don't know who has the crazy ex, because that never...
Everybody thought it was Woody, but
Yeah, maybe it was Christina with the married guy. We'll get to that later.
Maybe. But so I definitely was like, either it's a kid or he got a new job and he ain't told her about. I was like, that's pretty interesting to hide a kid. So I kind of ruled that out. But, he got her a ring. And that's special,
Yeah, especially because they could just continue with just the bands. But he said he went and got a custom ring made just for her. And, the former jewelry salesperson in me is like, that's great. You spent probably way more money than you needed to. Yeah. But, do you, boo?
Yeah.
You have anything else?
Yeah, man.
Oh, lots. Okay, go ahead.
I don't have a lot.
You got the floor.
Woody had his taco meat out.
He
sweating
did.
up a storm.
Oh my gosh, he was so sweaty.
On stage.
and I know that when he put that suit on, he was like killing them in this.
Right. That was he chose that too.
Mm-hmm.
What else did I want to say? I wanted to bring up the erotic literature that Dr. V.
Oh yeah, because that was a deleted scene.
Yeah, because I was like,
You want to read erotic literature
We
now?
should look into that. That's something I never thought about, though.
You find a book, we'll read. We can have a book club.
Bet.
A 2-person book club.
I'm with it. I am with it.
You're so ridiculous.
But I just thought that was pretty good. And we found out they've been married at this point over 6 months. I think everybody knew that except me, because math didn't add up right for me. But anyway, so we excited. I'm excited to, see them flourish. And of course, I think they're going to be a huge example, like what's the girl that does
Jamie Otis?
Yeah, like how she's involved with the episodes and stuff. Now I think that couple is going to be one of the premier couples for Married at First Sight, like doing couples cams and stuff like that. They'll probably be involved with that too. And
Woody and Amani too, don't get me wrong, but Woody has that personality that's like, I like the spotlight, so like he's gonna welcome the spotlight in. So couples cam would be like it seems like it would be right up his alley.
But yeah, that's pretty much what I got for them. I think they're the example couple because I haven't seen it work like that. Well, of course I have seen it work like that, but in this season, I feel like they were their best couple.
They were one of those couples that start to finish, you never questioned.
Right. You never questioned, but they actually went through the process right. You always have that couple that does it correctly and the way it should be. And then you got Amelia and Bennett, which we'll get to them later.
They make my heart smile.
I think the same thing about them too. So
they make my heart smile.
We'll talk about them later.
All right. So you're done with Woody and Amani? Yeah. Okay. Next up, Brett and Olivia. More of the same. We knew that they weren't going to be together. I don't think that Olivia has resolved her feelings about how bad of a marriage it was for the two of them to be matched together. And I get it. They got married in February. It is October. And with it being October, and I don't know exactly when they filmed this. It may have been September when they filmed this. But for that much time to have passed, it's like they didn't get to go through the motions of being a couple. And like even Brett didn't show up for the reunion.
But that was because of COVID.
Yeah, but I can't imagine that a production on a network like Lifetime that puts all of this money into this type of production is not doing COVID testing.
But that's Brett, though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So like, but
they probably expected him to do that.
Right, but like, you see where I'm going with it too. Like the thing is that if you wanted this to work, you could make it work. Yeah. Because you could have shown up and you could have had the COVID test done day of. Of course, you could put that stipulation in. I'll show up if XYZ. And it wasn't done. Olivia definitely said that Brett is a butthole. And she does not like, or let me say she doesn't like it. She says that Brett keeps matching with her friends on Tinder. And she's saying, he said he's not dating much. And she's like, he's matching with her friends. I could see him saying he doesn't date much because just because I match with your friend doesn't mean I went out with your friend. So I think that she's putting a lot into it with Tinder because Tinder doesn't always lead to a date. Right. But Brett is still a butthole, and I think that Olivia just needs to let it go. It didn't work out. Yeah. That was no hard feelings. Right.
That was my same thought. I think Olivia needs to let go of whatever it is that she's holding on to him. And, if her friends are, matching with him, I would tell my friends, like, hey, just don't tell me.
Right. Like, don't send me any text messages about this person. Like, I have exes that one in particular that I did not end on great terms with. And my friends are still friends, but like, don't share information with me about this person because it doesn't matter. Like, y'all can go and hang out. I don't have issues with that, but like, don't come telling me everything that happened and giving me a play-by-play, because it feels like you want me to be jealous or you want me to be upset. And you don't have to take on that baggage of the former relationship, especially one that was as short-lived as it was. Even though it was a marriage, it was still very short-lived.
Yeah. But, Brett brought up a fact that TV didn't portray him well. And I hate it when people say that, because TV is like what you put out there. Yeah.
Was it Olivia or was it Christina that said TV gives exactly what you
It was Olivia.
Okay.
But Brett was like, it didn't portray me. It took a lot of stuff because of editing, took a lot of stuff out of context. Yeah, that's true. But your actions were consistent with how they edited. Mm-hmm. Like, you literally gave up. Like, and I understand why, but you know what I'm saying? You didn't finish out the rest of the weeks.
Yeah. Like it's I see both sides to the story. Like, she wanted a fairy tale love story. She wanted the Woody and Amani ending. Right. And I think that anybody that goes into this wants the Woody and Amani ending. I think that because she didn't get the Woody and Amani ending, she's a little bit jaded. Mm-hmm. Or a lot of bit jaded. And I also think that she doesn't like how she's coming across when people do reviews like we're doing, because we're looking at things from like the glass house. Yeah. So we can see everything that's going on. Granted, it's edited down to like clear and concise moments. We're looking at everything and we're like, well, if this would have happened, then this would have happened, then you guys could have gone here. I don't honestly think I had seen a path for them to work. Right. But
their character needed to change. And then Brett was really stuck on the finances and she was really stuck on, but I just want to go out and do X, Y, and Z with my man. Mm-hmm. And it's not always going to be like that. Nobody was looking for the compromise. Nobody was looking for, hey, well, we can be in this, but we just need to figure out what works for us. Mm-hmm. And it's hard when you're around a group of people and you see three groups over here and they're doing well. You see one that's not, and then you see your situation and trying not to compare and contrast, but it's hard.
It is.
When all y'all are going through the same thing at one time. So, I wish them the best of luck, man.
They're going to have to do a little bit more give and take in their next relationship. And hopefully social media doesn't beat up Olivia too much.
Oh, yeah, it's going to tear up. And also, I think what Brett is doing, like, he's just going back to his normal routine. Mm-hmm. The fact that he's dating and her friends may be picking with him, like, that's his normal routine.
And literally, that was a conversation on their honeymoon. Right. Like, that he had gone on a date 3 days before they got matched.
He's a serial dater. So why would he change?
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
You done with them?
Yeah, I'm done with them.
All right, Amelia and Bennett. I didn't write anything for them because I spent so much time smiling.
Right, you couldn't do nothing but smile when you talk about them.
They have made their home in Richmond, their 2-room home.
Yeah.
Richmond is expensive. My little cousin lives in Richmond, and I've heard from his mother that it is expensive. Amelia is out working in the hospital every day, and Bennett has gotten a job. What did he say? He was a
solar consultant.
Yes. So, I did write it. I just put it.
I think that's perfect for him, man. Mm-hmm. It's very forward thinking.
Yeah, and he's very environmental,
right,
and wants to talk about those types of things. And he's a charming person, and he has great character in conversation. Right. So I think that he'd do great with selling people on that. Yeah. Kevin, what's the host name?
Yeah, Kevin.
Kevin said that as a group, the fans have said that she needs to be a pediatrician, and I so agree.
Yeah.
I love my daughter's pediatrician, but like Amelia could be a close second. Yeah. Like, just like her, what you portray as her bedside, what is the word I'm looking for? Bedside manner or bedside whatever they call it, is great. Like she's good at making people feel comfortable.
Right.
You were about to say something.
I was about to bring up the fact that they wrote Kevin a song.
Yes, they wrote Kevin a song.
Asking, like, the gist of the song is asking him to recommend a good movie.
Yes.
But I don't know the lyrics to the song.
Kevin, would you recommend a movie?
Something like that. And I just, you know, I love the fact that they're them and they're each other. Yeah. You know, they're so each other. Mm-hmm. And
like, he's like, give me a note.
Right.
And she picked up the guitar and she hit a note. And then she got up and did a little jig.
Right.
And they were doing
They went into their song, man. But, you know, to see them happy, to see them, because we all were like trying to figure out if Richmond was going to work for him. Mm-hmm. Just because we knew what she was going for, but he didn't have anything to go for. Mm-hmm. To hear that he got a job, to hear that they're happy, to hear that, you know, their small apartment, it's fitting to them because, you know, he lived in a tiny house.
And she was in a house with like 4 other people.
Right.
And he said he didn't want to show the bathroom because that was private.
That's private. In true Bennett fashion.
The other cute thing that he did was when she was talking, he stopped and he got food out of her teeth. I was like, be still my heart. Y'all are so cute.
But yeah, they America's favorite couple.
Yep. All right. So next up is Henry and Christina. Henry said it was a struggle from the get-go, and at moments it was okay. That was all I wrote down that he said about their relationship. I think that Christina, it's interesting that like we've painted so many people as the villain of this season, because like Karen got a lot of energy about being the villain, but I don't think Christina has gotten enough credit for her villainization.
She has not.
The whole thing with the gay rumor has been like an overarching issue for the last 4 episodes. Yeah. And it's been very difficult for him to get past. That was the straw that broke the camel's back for him. I think that like he didn't want to call her a liar before that. Yeah. And that was like the moment that he was like, wait a second.
It was like, man, I can't take this.
You a lie and the truth ain't in. And it's not working. She says she's dating and she's been in Mexico.
And he looked like she was lying in. Did you see Henry's face when she said that?
All he needed was a glass of wine.
That's it. Yeah, man. Like Henry from the jump, he was it wasn't gonna work for him. I think he knew that from the jump, based off of what he was saying, that his friends was telling him that she had been in a relationship for 5 years, and then they broke up 8 months before that, and it was to a married man, and they were very toxic to each other. And he was like, from that part, he was turned off from her. And then there was a couple other things that he fail to mention that also were turn-offs for her.
We have to also realize that right now she says she's dating, and she's dating as a married woman. Because I don't think they've gotten a divorce yet.
But
nobody thinks about
moving right along. She and we saw the waterworks again with Christina.
I just want it to be over.
Right. This is like the 3rd episode straight that she's been crying in. But I think Christina put herself in that position. It was like you did a lot of shady things, and here to come to find out, you actually did. You did basically on decision day, you said one thing, but then here it is, the reunion, you come out and say, yeah, I did hold it against him. Yeah, I was blackmailing him and this and that. Mm-hmm. And so
and that's why he says you're a liar.
Right. And he proves his point, you know. So the funniest part about that, why they was talking about it, was the reactions to everybody else, because everybody else was looking like, this is awkward,
especially Woody.
Yeah.
And we found out like after every couple went that Woody and Henry are actually really good friends now.
Right.
So it's like Woody's probably looking at it from the standpoint of like, man, you talking about my boy.
Right.
Like, don't do that.
He probably looking at it from the standpoint of me and him talked about this already, you know. So it's just to see their faces and you know, what's her name? Bennett and Amelia, they were like, God, I'm ready to stop talking about this.
Amelia was just like this.
But you know, like that was the biggest thing with them is Christina calling Henry gay, and it just turned Henry completely left field on her. So and then she tried to cover it up by saying, I don't think you're gay. Okay.
I don't think he's gay, and I wish him well. I hope that he finds a woman that he is able to fully be himself around, and that's okay.
Yeah. It's gonna be Kristen, but
I thought she was married. Is she married?
I don't know.
If she's not married, it should be her.
But now the host Kevin, he asks Henry has he had more chances. Mm-hmm. Henry looked asked to say, yeah, this show been real good to me. This show been really good to me, man. But now I'm glad to see that they're she apologized and Henry was like, nope, can't take it.
He was like, I mean, that's great and all.
Right, I hear it, but
I don't believe it.
Let me marinate on this real quick.
It's not sincere.
But glad that they made their decision and they you know, going on with their lives happily. So
all right, so last couple. I thought I didn't have notes on Amelia and Bennett, but turns out I did. I just didn't read them. I don't have anything for Karen and Miles outside of Miles put all the juices and berries in his hair prior to
He definitely did.
He went in Karen's natural hair product stash.
Yeah, he did.
And he found the best smelling, greasiest stuff he could do, and he was in there working it.
You know he did.
So yes, they are still together. I think we said we hoped.
We hoped that they were still together, and he seemingly to be happy.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, there was some consummation.
Miles hit that
of the marriage.
I've been waiting to say that this whole time.
I know you have.
Miles hit that.
When they asked the question, or when Kevin asked the question about when it happened, he was like, not to pry in your business. It's like she gave a roundabout answer that still didn't offer us anything.
I mean, you can conclude that it was yes, because when he asked that question, Miles' face just lit up like
it said
yes.
it all. I was like, yes, I got some, and it was good.
Yes, bro, it was good. I loved it.
Regularly.
That's why I like being married, because conversations like that are normal. It's okay.
Only in your life, because I don't talk.
I mean, I'm just saying it's nothing to be like, yeah, I have sex with my wife.
Yeah, but I'm just like, I don't talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't bring it up to folks. Be like, yeah, man, I did it with my wife last night. But you know, it's just a normal conversation to have. Anyway.
I was about to say something and I lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry. Karen she looked wonderful.
She did.
She looked happy.
Karen has been the villain.
Oh man.
I watch quite a few Married at First Sight reviewers.
Yeah.
I try not to watch them. Well, we film ours like directly after the episode and then it goes up the next day. But I wait until like we're completely done with everything and it's uploaded before I go watch, so that I don't take on anybody else's thought process about it. But Karen has been across the board the person that people have had the largest issues with, because I think we just wrote Christina off and we've written off Brett and Olivia as having whatever issues they have. I really hope that Karen is able to protect her relationship.
Yeah, because
the vultures are out there.
Oh man, because like you look at it like this, man. Miles is a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
He has good intentions.
Mm-hmm.
He wants the best for you. You can tell that as a friend.
Mm-hmm.
He wants the best for you. And then you got her not trying.
Or seemingly
not trying, which she kind of explained what the issue was with her.
She?
Yeah, she was like, she just needed him to be.
Oh, she said she needed him to stop trying to do everything for her.
Right. And be
himself. But what if, just what if, his true personality is being an over accommodator?
But I think what I got, right.
Mm-hmm.
What I got from what she said was, it's okay that he's trying to accommodate for her,
mm-hmm.
but still you have to have some type of want
mm-hmm.
or need. And I need you to express that. Like for us, it's looking like, yeah, we see that he's expressing that. We know what he wants,
mm-hmm.
but it could be inferred completely different from her point of view.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's kind of like I've been rooting for him this whole time, you know, and a lot of people have given me flack about it. Have they?
Oh my goodness, who would do such a thing?
Right, that's what I was thinking. But you know, I'm glad.
It's me clutching my pearls.
I'm glad to see that they're doing better now and really getting over that hump, because
mm-hmm.
that's what it seems like has happened. Miles looked good in that purple suit.
Yes, he's lost more weight, it appears. And he's, you know, doing well. I hope that things are going well for everyone down in New Orleans, because we have had a rough little hurricane season in general.
Right.
And
they just got hit with one.
Mm-hmm, we got the aftermath of it. But
Karen's mom loves
Miles.
Wanted to mention that.
I was about to just go back through the couples and what we've learned really quickly. Or did you have more about them?
No, it looks like that's all I got.
Okay. We did find out that Woody and Amani and Karen and Miles live within 33 steps or something like that. They live very close to each other and they see each other every other day. Woody and Henry have developed a friendship and they hang out. Miles and Bennett talk a lot more. Yeah. And I think that nobody talks to Brett. No, well, except Woody. Woody said he reaches out to make sure that he's still alive. Yeah. I think that Brett iced himself out. I think he did too. And you don't have to ice yourself out just because your relationship didn't work. Henry is a testament to that. Mm. But I do believe that Olivia and Amani will still keep in touch with each other, and like they have a friendship that has blossomed. And same for Woody and Henry. Woody did make mention that Henry is really not the person that we think he is. And I said the same thing when we were watching his interactions with Kristen, because he says he doesn't make eye contact, but I'm like, look at him making eye contact with her. Look at him expressing himself. Look at him saying exactly what he wants, exactly what he needs, and what he's not getting. So I think that if Henry meets the right woman, everything could be perfect for him. And I think at this point, because it's weird to say that everyone's met his first wife, but they have. I think that people around him will judge his relationships a lot harsher, but will also make sure that the next person's intentions are pure with him. And of course, it also won't be an arranged marriage. So of course, there's that. So I talk with my hands a lot too. I do that too. It balances me out. Anyway. So yeah, I think that's all I had for everyone. I'm wondering if Bennett is now thinking of staying in Richmond full time. That's a good question. And starting his theater company there, because Richmond is kind of artsy. That's a good question. We'll have to wait and see if they do couples cam or some equivalent of a show in the future. We did find out, or I think we already knew, but we got excited about it, all over again?
No, we just found out, but we knew.
Yeah, we knew because we have been seeing the flyers.
But today was the first day that they said so.
Married at First Sight season 12 is in Atlanta, which is where we are, which is also where Pastor Cal is pastoring out of.
Right.
So he didn't have to hop on a plane
to go anywhere.
To do anything with them. From the couples from the singles that we were able to see, it should be interesting because we went through quite a few lingerie drawers and
we did.
They had some things.
But it's you get to see it for the city and the people in the city, and it's gonna be a diverse like always. So I'm interested to see it. I'm excited to see it. It's home. So yeah.
So I think that's all we have. I guess we have successfully wrapped up our first time reviewing a show.
High five it.
This has been interesting. Like, I sat back and I watched some of our old videos today, and I was just like, oh, look at us.
Right.
Doing things. But please, guys, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, turn on the notification bell, and comment down below. What else did I miss? Oh, you guys are giving us other shows that you want us to review. Is there any other content or podcast topics or things of that nature that you guys would like to hear about? Because even though we are going to potentially review another show, we haven't really settled on anything yet. We do absolutely want to continue doing the podcast because that's what started our YouTube journey, and we want to kind of keep that going. So if you have any ideas or things that you like to talk about, or any experts or people that you know that might be good subjects for interviews, let us know. Our email address is in the description box. You got anything else?
Nah, that's all I got.
All right. Well, that's it. Bye, guys.
Peace.